It is recording. Okay,
So,
good.
our friend Balt Aris, about 3 or 4 years ago, introduced me to the then president of the Hellenic Medical Society of New York. And we had a couple of nice discussions. He came to the house once or twice for these events. And then, I guess last year or this year, he introduced me to Dr. Balt Aris. The society has spread from New York to Pennsylvania. The vision is maybe we create a similar society in Baltimore. Dr. Balt Aris has been very key in bringing the Greek community together at Johns Hopkins. And another key member had to leave already, Dr. Niketsos. So we have some academic doctors here, some practicing doctors, and I just thought that you all could get together, introduce yourselves to each other, find out what this society is all about, and see if you deem it worthwhile to start something here. The fact that we want to have an academic thing does not preclude having a broader society, I think. Some of these people at Hopkins in particular, Vasily over there has a great vision for collaboration with Greece. He's got a big vision, which I think is beautiful, if we can ever pull it off. So we got people from Hopkins Medicine, from Hopkins Public Health, and a bunch of practicing physicians all across the spectrum. Dermatology, cosmetics, dental practices, whole gamut, general practitioners, retirees, who are just having fun. Look at yoga down there.
That works too.
Yeah. So why don't you start introducing yourselves?
I'm Balt Aris. I'm president of the Hellenic Medical Society of Philadelphia. I'm an interventional cardiologist, so I have an academic appointment, and I am in hybrid practice hospital employee. So if you're wondering where my status is, live in Cherry Hill, around Cherry Hill, the parish council at St. Thomas. So the concept of the Hellenic Medical Society of Philadelphia was born out of my participation in the Hellenic Medical Society of New York. I'm a scholarship recipient. Over 4 years of medical school at Rutgers Medical School, I received $10,000. And the Thimamet.
My camera.
I mean, I'll never forget that. There's $10,000 from the Greek community to support my education. And, I remember that. Identity. So, when I moved to Philadelphia and saw that there was approximately 300 Greek physicians, approximately 700 to 800 Greek healthcare practitioners, dentists, lawyers, chiropractors, etc., that it spurred me on to participate and to settle the society. I took New York's example with their permission, with George Julius and Stuart Maziti's encouragement. We assembled a meeting of champions, Greek champions within the community who might want to have such a society to spur on fellowship, in exchanges between physicians, to have a scholarship program, and perhaps even have a philanthropic arm, which is what the Hellenic Medical Society of New York is. We assembled in 2008. Bylaws were written last year, and certified passed last year. We have a board of 11 people, and now we're 115 individuals within the medical society right now. So I think it's worked for us in that we are inclusive. We are inclusive of physicians, of allied health. The board is mainly physicians. It's by mandate to be 70% physicians, because we do interact with physicians, physician level, with the global Hellenic medical network, which is in Greece. So we're at your disposal. Both Spiros Mazidis, George Solis, and I would give our resources and supply the resources and the infrastructure for other medical societies to become incorporated. And that's what I offer to you today, is our bylaws, our modus operandi, how we developed our strategies for membership, and where we're proceeding. Our next foray, yesterday's foray was a CME symposium with Paul at the Hermes. Had 60 individuals show up, contained 7 or 10 new members, but really was an opportunity to portray ourselves in the community. And we had fantastic forum. I thank Paul, I thank all the Aris came by, sitting out front. So we had a wonderful showing into the community that we are here and ready to provide service and information. In the fall, we're going to do a healthcare symposium. And I just asked JP if he would participate. He's more than happy to participate with our parent organization, the Chamber, the Greek American Chamber of Commerce, or affiliate, excuse me, and the Hellenic Lawyers Association also wants to participate. So those are kind of the endeavors we're doing. My dad believes that high tide floats all boats. So, psadasite. So it works out very well for us.
Let's go around and introduce each other.
I'm Theda Contis. I'm a facial plastic surgeon here in Baltimore. This is my daughter Alexander, who wants to be this.
She's going to be a president of the society 20 years from now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so we're taking a card. Here's how we do it.
2030, she'll be the president.
There you go, babe.
Vasily?
Yes, Vasilis Koliatsos from Johns Hopkins. I am a neuropsychiatrist and do some basic research and have started an effort to put together a Greek faculty at Hopkins to see if we can bridge Hopkins with Greece with the idea of being invested in Greece and transferring know-how to Greece. And this is an effort that's ongoing right now.
Soc Balt Aris, internal medicine. Okay, Soc Balt Aris, internal medicine, private practice in Parkland, Maryland. Just East Baltimore, close to Tarsus.
Okay.
I'm George Preparis. I'm an Athens graduate and a trainee in orthopedic surgery in Baltimore through Sinai, Union Memorial in Hopkins. I practiced for about 24 years. I retired for medical reasons about 7 years ago, and actually completely got out of the practice except with friends and charity. Still bear my license, so I'm still active in the Maryland Medical Society. I got a lot of practice.
I'm a graduate of the University of Athens. I did part of my training at the Mayo Clinic and part of the University of Maryland and the Shop Trauma Unit. I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon. I'm the chief of thoracic surgery at Bustamante Hospital.
I'm George Demopoulos. I'm an associate professor at Johns Hopkins School of Public Health, Molecular Microbiology and Immunology. I initiated my scientific career at the University of Crete 10 years ago. I do research on malaria, dengue, and other emerging infectious diseases. I have an NIH-funded group of 10 people. And I'm part of Vasilis' initiative at Hopkins to establish
I'm Nahi Sherry, general dentist practicing in Delaware, Maryland, concentrating in implant and cosmetic dentistry. I'm also one of the faculty at the University of Maryland Advanced General Dentistry Department, one of the mentors for young dental students that are pursuing career in dentistry.
And she's Greek by the virtue of Alexander the Great's voyages to Persia.
They never forgot it.
He understands.
Thank you.
Petros Karakousis. I'm an infectious disease physician at Johns Hopkins, assistant professor of medicine. I do clinical work, but I also do basic science research in tuberculosis. I'm also part of the Hopkins Clinic initiative.
Pablo?
Well, I'm Paul Cotton.
What medicine do you practice?
I'm a graduate of the University of Thessaloniki, 79. And I got my MBA from St. Joseph's University. I'm the publisher of the Hellenic News of America for the last 23 years, out of Philadelphia, out of the Twin Lakes, trying to unite the Greeks, and you all understand how easy that job is, I'm sure. And also I'm the founder of the Hermes Expo International and a good friend of and admirer of the Honorable Balt Aris Melis. And we share the same vision for the Greek American community and the Greeks worldwide, and that's why we're trying to unite all the professional professionals in our community, everyone in their fields, but to get together in every city. Now we're helping the doctors, also we're helping the lawyers and the CPAs. We had the students, and we had 85 students from the universities around the country at the expo. We all left around 2:30, but the students were there until 4:30. They were, yes.
The medical guys are there till 6.
Yeah.
That's the that.
Well, yesterday.
Scholarly matters or on entertainment?
Both.
matters?
No.
Meetings,
Actually,
meetings.
it was career
Meetings.
mentorship. It was career mentorship.
Oh, great.
What they need to do to succeed as individuals, academically. We had some great discussions with them. They were smart kids.
Exactly. And that's why we're trying to connect them with the real community. And that is why we're calling all the professionals. Mr. Massaro spoke to them,
You're
addressed
lying.
the audience for about 45 minutes,
Yeah.
and they asked a lot of questions, and Dr. Iliades did the same thing, and I thank them both. And also, Mr. Christakis.
Want me to say a few words?
Of course. Chris is the president of the chairman of the U.S. Greece Advisory Council in Philadelphia, which is an investment council trying to bring all the Greek Americans together. And he's going to talk about
Just
that.
very
And also,
briefly. My name is Christos Christakis. I was born in Thessaloniki. I'm a son of a doctor, so I'm not a doctor, my father. But I'm an engineer, an architect, and a contractor, and a developer. So we do all these things and help with businesses through Hermes Expo over the last 10, 15 years. I've lived in this country since 1970. Came here to go to college and stayed, as most of you
That's what happens to
as well. I'm very excited to hear what's been happening in Philadelphia. I personally know Dr. George Acharidis, who was a past president of the Medical Association there.
and the honoree last night.
The honoree last night. And you are taking over a very memorable and very admirable, I should say, association, and you're going to do a great job. But good luck with if you try to do something down here. And Paul and I are here to help you from a business standpoint in anything you need.
All right, Paul, you and I have to go downstairs.
Yes.
Because the delegation is here, and the Congress and the
Please
Senator
continue
want to
your
leave.
conversation.
Continue the conversation, introduce
you.
yourself,
Okay.
come up and have a seat, gentlemen.
And
Plenty of
Mr.
chairs.
Andronakakis is
You'll have a
also a
full
board
table.
member of the...
Stavro, you want to say something?
And don't worry about missing the next speeches, because we'll give you a CD on your mail.
Stavro's going to say
I just want to
one
say
word.
thank you to Mr. Melisaratos for hosting this wonderful event, but also thank you not just to Paul Kotrochus, but Mrs. Kotrochus, because the two of them have done a tremendous amount of work for the community, not only in this region,
I'm waiting for
national.
clapping.
National.
Clap.
I-
Thank you.
So real quick,
And there's 3 girls.
that's right.
And there's three
Thank you, you got me. So, and one other thing that we do have in New Jersey that we want to see in Baltimore is Hellenic American Heritage Commission. It's a government entity sponsored by the state of New Jersey that allows us to serve the Greek community and the Greek American citizen constituents of New Jersey. I was one of the founders, and that's why we need to work together as a community. And Paul, I applaud what you do. He's a unifier. He brings people together. That's what's important. So we saw a need in Philadelphia. We're not reinventing the wheel. We saw a need for Medical Society of Philadelphia. There's definitely a need in the Baltimore, D.C. area, because you're looking at that whole region down here, as well as the resources that Hellenic News and Hermes Expo has to offer, as well as what our metropolis has to offer as a church. All these things brought together will make us a stronger community. So I think amongst doctors, I only sit as a token member on the board. I think you guys will do what you have to do between yourselves. I applaud your efforts. Congratulations. Συγχαρητήρια και πάλι. Like Paul said, we will always be here to help you to succeed, not just for us to succeed, but for the new generation of Greek Americans, the second, third, fourth generation, so they realize what it means to be Greek. And that's